Harjit Sajjan still must go. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. We caught the Minister of National Defence in a lie about his battlefield exploits last week. Now he is facing increased pressure to resign. We launched the website Sajjan Must Go to call for his resignation. Now the opposition parties are joining in. Sajjan, during question period on Monday, was looking awfully contrite, standing up and saying time and again he's apologizing, he's there to learn, but he wouldn't answer questions, specific questions about why he told the lie he did, claiming to be the architect of Operation Medusa, how long he'd been telling the lie, and how all of this came about. Instead, it was repeated line after repeated line.
Yeah, I would like to apologize for my mistake in describing my role. Retract that statement, that description, and I'm truly sorry for it. I in no way intended to diminish the great work that our men and women in the Canadian Armed Forces have done, our superiors, and I'm truly sorry for it.
And that was pretty much all Sajjan would say throughout the question period time, despite question after question being put to him. The Prime Minister, meanwhile, he's facing pressure from the opposition leaders, both Conservative leader Rona Ambrose and NDP leader Tom Mulcair, standing up and demanding that Trudeau fire Sajjan.
Well, Mr. Speaker, it's beyond an apology at this point, and no one has questioned the Defence Minister's bravery as a soldier. This problem happened when the Defence Minister himself intentionally misled Canadians about his own service record as a soldier. And not once, but twice, in 2015 and again 2 weeks ago. He is a senior member of this government and of cabinet. So how can the Prime Minister allow him to remain as Minister of Defence when he continually misstates the facts?
I guess it's what happens when you have no possible answer to a Minister of Defence who has told a whopper about his record, and that, Mr. Speaker, is not something you would apologize for. It's something that you have to step down for.
So what's Trudeau's answer? He says no. He says he still has confidence in his minister.
The minister made a mistake, he admitted it, and has apologized for it. That's what Canadians expect from their leaders. It's what we expect from each other. That's exactly why I continue to have confidence in this minister who has served his country in exemplary fashions as a police officer, as a soldier, and now as our Minister of National Defence.
Let's look at the simple facts here. Harjit Sajjan stood up for a think tank in India and claimed credit for planning a battle that he didn't plan. And it turns out, despite his apology, his weak apology that came out over the weekend, it wasn't the first time he'd been caught doing this. He's also misled the House over danger pay for our soldiers serving in Iraq right now. He's misled the House on what our NATO and coalition allies thought about Canada withdrawing the fighter jets from the fight against ISIS. He misled the House when he claimed that Canada just didn't have enough planes to do what we need to do. This is a man that is perpetually, continually lying to the House of Commons, lying to the Canadian people. He can't be trusted to tell the truth. He can't be trusted to have the confidence of the Canadian forces that he's supposed to command. Harjit Sajjan didn't have to do any of this. He had a great record in the military, and no one can take that away from him. But there was a phrase thrown about in the House of Commons today that describes what Sajjan was doing. It's called stolen valor. And we've seen this before. People that dress up as military vets, they wear medals that they didn't earn. That is actually a chargeable offense. How is what Sajjan did any different from that? This man wants to stay leading the Canadian forces, wants to continue being the Minister of Defence. I don't think that it's actually a wise move. I think Trudeau has to cut him loose, but I don't think he will. I think he would see that as a sign of weakness. So we're going to ask you once again to lend your voice and call for Sajjan to step down or be fired. This guy has to be gone. There is no way that he can, in good conscience, lead the Canadian forces when he doesn't have their confidence. So go to the petition page. It's sajjanmustgo.ca, sajjanmustgo.ca. Sign the petition, then share it on social media. The Canadian public needs to know what this man is guilty of, what he's done, and how he's done it. And then we need to keep the pressure up on the government until they do the right thing. If you like the Rebel video you just watched, make sure you never miss another one again. Click here to subscribe.